What's up, boys? It's me, it's your boy Fishmongold, and welcome back to another Shadow Dungeon video. Now today, we're back. I'm going to be talking about my first impressions of Shadow Dungeon 1.0. Now, I have played the demo. I even did a video on the demo showcasing my fucking awesome Paladin build, which at the time was one of the best builds. I'm not going to claim that it's the best build now, I don't know. But it was really strong in the demo. It was basically me killing the final boss of the demo. Basically God mode, taking 0 damage, doing a lot of like millions and millions of damage. And that's no different today. In the video you actually be able to see my current Paladin build throughout different phases of the game. But I actually want to talk about my first impressions of the actual full game release I paid money for. That's out now, okay? And the link will be around in the video as well. But you'll be able to see generally different phases of the game with my gameplay. So first and foremost, the overall content of the game. Now, compared to the demo, there was like 3 chapters. You could put gems on and sockets. You could dismantle them. You could buy things. You could sell things, and you could kill enemies and level up. And there was no level limit. I remember I got up to like 125, maybe 130 on my Paladin, and I was trying out different characters after that. But there wasn't a lot to the game. There wasn't like anything you're really working towards. It's more just how fast can you clear things. But with actually in the demo, with the infinite scaling, it proved to be quite problematic because you'd get so strong, but the enemies catch up with you, so you don't actually feel that much stronger, right? Not that you're going to die, but it takes longer to kill them, and that's not very fun. But in terms of 1.0, the overall content, there's lots more to do. Now, there's not like, this isn't a AAA game where there's different modes and different ways to progress. It basically is still the same thing. You go in, you walk through, you kill enemies, you get loot, you come home, sell, upgrade, etc. That's still the gameplay loop. However, there's more goals to go towards, not only with the Paragon levels now, we're seeing like a small increase, but upward sort of trend for the end game. So once you've hit level 100, you unlock the Paragon board, and I made a video on what happens when you hit level 100, it's my previous video. But also you have greater rifts this time, so almost like Diablo 3-esque sort of things. These rifts with harder enemies, they're tankier, they do more damage to you, but the loot rewards are much greater, and even with specific loot which only spawns in the greater rifts. And that's something really nice to have in the end game, actually an end game to work towards, because I think with the game, with one of the problems with this game, which I'll talk about in a minute, is how easy the game feels. And with that, it's nice to at least have something to look forward to, which actually is a challenge and will force you to grind, because the game doesn't actually ask of you to grind and progress that much at the minute, especially early game. But you'll be able to see I'm playing different sort of phases, and you can actually see near the end game it takes a little bit more. I'm taking a little bit of damage, but overall I would say the game is very easy. I think this is a very casual walkthrough, hack and slash, kill them, upgrade, etc. game which I don't think anyone will struggle with. It's not unforgiving. Like I remember in Diablo 4, I'd get max gear, end game, and I'd just get randomly one shot. There's none of that really in the game. I think you'd have to be not paying attention, or you're not upgrading your gear enough. But overall the game feels a little bit easy, but there's a lot to do, and the progression feels really fun. It feels fun to level. I really look forward to getting a skill point, even in the Paragon levels, because you really do feel the difference, especially in the greater rifts. Obviously I'm only exploring normal so far, but it's definitely impactful, right? Secondly, there's a lot more quality of life this time around. There's more settings, there's auto aim, there's auto attack, there's mouse movement, which is huge for ARPGs. There's, I think, better controller support, and there's lots more to customize the game to your liking. Now, there's not a lot. It's not what you wouldn't expect from a AAA game or anything like that, but there is a decent amount, and compared to the demo, there's a lot more. And with that, I would actually feel like the actual flow of the game and gearing up specifically and progressing feels a lot more better, feels more impactful. When I do get that legendary sword which actually supports my build and pushes me further to level it up and such, it feels much better, especially in endgame. It doesn't change. Early game it's really there. Endgame it's smaller adjustments, but it still was really good. It goes into that sort of theory crafting element of the game, which you see in other ARPGs, in which actually, it gives you a lot more to look forward to. And that goes into my sort of third point of my impression, is the end game. The end game is so much stronger here because there's actually now something to do. There's something to look forward to, there's something to grind for, going through each difficulty of the rift, seeing how high you can get, farming the best tokens, the best gear, the best things which you can put in the sockets. I don't know what you'd call them, like runes, I guess, like skill runes. as well. It really just opens up possibilities when you're playing in your mind, like, oh, actually, if I do this, that could reset this cooldown, and that could do more damage to that, and etc. There's a lot more triggers in the game, and you'll see that immediately, because, to be honest, the loot, the itemization in the loot is a little bit excessive. Like, you'll be able to see almost immediately that, oh, this does that, that's actually really strong, and this supports this skill, and this skill resets this cooldown. Now, it's not instant, it's not 100%, but there's a lot more of it, and I actually feel like that's really, really strong. It definitely could be toned down. Number 4, this is sort of what I want to see. So, of course, I want Endgame to be expanded. I want more stuff. I'm definitely looking into maybe, and I think the dev has sort of hinted on this, a different way to progress, not just kill enemies, not just walk through the same old maps. It would be cool for like maybe a survival mode or a tower system that is similar to Greater Rift, but there could be something else as well. More classes, the devs working on this. I'm very excited for the Barbarian and Assassin, that sounds really cool. More classes would just make the game even cooler because you have another thing to grind for. Performance fixes, the FPS isn't terrible. On my PC, I have a really good PC, but it does just drop frames, like at almost level 30 even, it was dropping frames, a lot more frames than you would want. They are slightly better than the demo, but I don't feel a massive improvement. A little thing, I would love a search function in the inventory, like to be able to search, especially when you get into endgame and you're looking for your sets, you're farming sets, because the inventory is not very, it's very bland, and the items of sets don't look like sets, like you can't spot them out a mile away. It'd be cool if they had like a border around them, or they were glowing, they were animated, but even more important, a search function, so I could type in the set name and it'd pop up to see if I even found it, because in this game you have a huge inventory. I almost have 30 pages of inventory, and with that, actually looking through 100 boots, 100 chest pieces, whatever, it's really, really hard to find that set thing if I actually did find it, because obviously I want to wear the set for the bonus, right? Crafting's coming, be cool to do for the end game, just have something to slowly farming this resource. It'd be cool to explore where the resources are and not just if they're a generic drop. It'd be cool to see if there's exclusive things that maybe this can only be earned in Greater Rift, whereas this can be earned in the chapters, or something like that. Something I would also like to see is more rare exclusive loot. So like actually like a legendary sword you can't get anywhere else. It only spawns once, for example. It's not spawned multiple times, or it only drops from this boss, and it's built for this build, it's built for Paladin, it's built for Archer. Something exclusive and specific, which is like the best of the best, and it was very, very rare, so it always keeps you hunting for it. I really, really like that. As long as it can be, grinding for hours, farming for hours, it would be really, really cool to have. Final thoughts, I'm just sort of going to make a small comparison to Diablo 3 and 4. I'm a huge Diablo 3 fan. I really, really like Diablo 3, coming from Diablo 4. Diablo 4 I liked, and then I didn't like. It was a game which simply just wasted my time, whereas Diablo 3 was a little bit, it was very, very easy, similar to this game, whereas Diablo 3 is still very, very satisfying, and I really, really like Diablo 3, but I'd actually argue Shadow Dungeon has more content, not actual variety or levels or quality of life or polish as Diablo 3, but Diablo 3 you hit a wall very, very quickly because the game's so easy. I think this game actually you'll be grinding for longer, so use that as you will. That's sort of my thoughts on Shadow Dungeon 1.0. Let me know what sort of videos you want to see. I'm probably going to make a sort of heads up tips and tricks sort of video, and just general like what to do and what to remember and what you shouldn't do video. But let me know if you are liking Shadow Dungeon, if you're sort of wary on playing it. You can still play the demo, as far as I can tell, on Steam, so try out the demo first, definitely. But I would actually recommend this. If you like Diablo, let's say you really, really like Diablo 3, and maybe somewhat like Diablo 4, because no one really likes Diablo 4, let's be real. I think you will like this game. It's a very chill game, casual. You can watch a movie on the other screen, or listen to a podcast or an album or something, and you can do just fine. It's not a try-hard game, but it is a game where it rewards the time and the grind and understanding your build. Yeah, but other than that, I hope you liked it, and it's quite long, but yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.